Hello, my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo here in the Sunshine Cup. Let's fucking go. I got another meta team for you guys with Pidgeot, Obstagoon, and Swampert. This team is fucking elite. Pidgeot in the lead is just probably your best bet. Vigoroth counters are not doing much. It's kind of neutral. I mean, flyers are normal, and so they kind of take a little bit of damage from the counters, but fuck that. Pidgeot's a beast. Also, with Pidgeot, it's a guessing game. You never know if I'm going to throw the Brave Bird. You never know if I'm going to go Feather Dance. And if I Feather Dance, I'm debuffing you. And your move, just like that one, is not going to do much. And I'm going to get to another move before you can do anything. Swampert goes down. I'm up a shield. And yes, a Macargo's coming in. And I'm not going to go into my hard counter. I'm going to go into my Obstagoon instead. And hope he doesn't have a hard counter. And he doesn't really, because I'm up energy right now. And so this looks all right so far. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. Mine went very well. Spent it with the family out in Astoria Skate Park in Queens, New York, where I did a bunch of slacklining. And if you don't know what that is, basically you tie a rope from a tree to a tree and you walk on it. It's a flat nylon rope. It's so much fun. Highly recommend you guys check that out. Go on Amazon. They sell ropes for about $50 to $100. And it is so much fun, and it doesn't require much, so definitely recommend that. Pidgeot coming back into this Macargo, we're exactly where we don't want to be, but we're able to debuff it, so it can't really do much, especially not up against a Swampert. You don't want no fucking problems. I should be able to farm all the way down, and I'm able to. What's in the back? He has the Noctowl, and I go straight for the Sludge Wave just to be fucking disrespectful. And that is a G fucking G. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I cannot thank you enough. We are almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube. We hit 500 family members on the Aggressive Pogo Instagram. So congrats to us for hitting that. Took a little bit, like 2 months, but we did it. Super fucking hyped about it. And this is just the fucking beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Just the beginning. I have Aggressive Pogo shirts, every size. If you are interested in that, please DM me on Instagram or comment below in this video. My Instagram is @AggressivePogo, same as my YouTube. And yeah, I also have tote bags for about $30. Shirts are going for $25, by the way. But I have tote bags for $30, which are perfect for the spring and summer for picnicking. The bag, everything looks fucking dope. The logo looks amazing. Seeing the logo on fucking items is just an incredible feeling. Anyway, let's get into these battles. I'm not going to get too much into detail about that. Into Unova and Stunfisk. This team just has great coverage. Swampert, obviously a given, an amazing Pokemon. Pidgeot, you just never know what move he's going to throw, which is scary as fuck. And in this meta, Pidgeot is super prominent. You see it almost every time in the lead, but you don't want to see it up against a Abomasnow. That's a problem. Anytime you see an Abomasnow, calling the Weather Ball like a fucking savage. My opponent bringing in the Swampert, and I'm praying to God that I can get to a Sludge Wave because Hydro Cannon will not be enough up against this regular Abomasnow. If it was a Shadow, maybe, but he needed 3 more Powder Snows to get to another Weather Ball, and I'm able to make it to the Sludge Wave, and that is a G fucking G. A lot of people don't check the website PV Poke, and they have no idea that you're running Sludge Wave instead of Earthquake, and so sometimes they don't shield. I actually had a guy yesterday that I lost the game, basically. The guy had 2 shields. I had 1 Pokemon left. He had an Abomasnow with 2 shields, and I had my Swampert with no shields. Right at the end of the match, I decided to throw a Hail Mary Sludge Wave instead of baiting, and he tried to 2-shield flex Aggressive Pogo. Are you fucking kidding me? And I threw the Sludge Wave, and I one-shot him from full health and took that win. It was the best fucking feeling in the world. Guys, if you're gonna play in these cups, Sunshine Cup, Tiny Cup, Element Cup, go on PV Poke, check the recommended moves, and of course you can make your own decisions on what moves you want to use depending on what the meta is and the rotation at the time, but you definitely want to check those websites out and see what's most likely to win because it's going to give you the edge. Getting to a Sludge Wave up against this Pidgeot instead of throwing the double Hydro Cannon, and look how much damage that does. Getting to a Feather Dance up against this Macargo, gonna be able to debuff it from when my other Mon come in. Getting to another fucking Feather Dance, let's fucking go. quadruple debuff this Macargo, and there's not a goddamn thing he can do. And Obstagoon's coming in, and he's debuffing me, but that's a G fucking G. My opponent quits. Up against a veteran. All right, was that a legend or a veteran? I couldn't tell. Into Unova Stunfisk, my opponent swaps out into a Tropius to counter my Obstagoon. And these Night Slashes are doing a decent amount of damage. They're stab. On top of that, you can get a boost. On top of that, my opponent's running Razor Leaf, which definitely hurts, but it takes him forever to get to a move. I don't have a Tropius. I really wish I had one, but I do have a Jump Bluff, which I think essentially is the same thing. I feel like Jump Bluff is probably even better because it's more tanky. It can take so many fucking hits. Jump Bluff is insane. I might have to feature that on this channel soon. Into the Unova Stunfisk, and we have it exactly where the fuck we want it. And I'm over farming just in case my opponent tries to swap out. Getting to a Hydro Cannon, he's shielding, and he's getting to another Mud Bomb. And I'm ahead of him on energy, and I should be able to take this thing out, no problem. And he swaps into the Macargo, but we over farmed, ladies and gentlemen. And we're getting to the Hydro Cannon, winning CMP, and that is a G fucking G. Excuse me, I still have really bad allergies, and it's, yeah, for some reason, it's just not working out. Pidgeot into Talonflame, going for the Feather Dance. Does he respect it? He does. Thinking I'm gonna Brave Bird. I'm telling you, this thing is beautiful. And even if they Brave Bird you after the Feather Dance, it does not KO. Talonflame winning CMP. And I'm thinking I should shield here, get this move off, and I'll probably be able to outpace him to the next move, but I end up swapping out into my Obstagoon, and he brings in a regular Swampert, but I'm up energy, and I'm up a shield. So, I'm gonna tank the Hydro Cannon. Wow, very surprised I decided to do that. Tanking the Hydro Cannon because Obstagoon's a fucking gangster. Getting to the Night Slash, able to take the Obstagoon out, the Swampert out, getting the boost, and throwing this Night Slash up against the Talonflame, and a Venusaur's coming in, and unfortunately I do not get to another move, but my Pidgeot's coming in, and I am ready to take this motherfucker out. Shadow Venusaur is so gorgeous, one of the prettiest Pokemon I've ever seen. Getting to the Brave Bird, and that is enough to kill this fucking savage of a Pokemon Venusaur, and that's a G fucking G. Pidgeot coming into a Vigoroth. This is the most common lead you will see in this cup. Vigoroth lead is so fucking annoying. And then you're gonna see the safe swaps into Noctowl. It's the same old shit, different fucking day, all the fucking time. It's really annoying. And yeah, you kind of just have to go about it. I go about it differently every time. Sometimes I throw a Brave Bird, sometimes I throw a Feather Dance. Like, I don't know. It depends how I feel in the moment. You just have to kind of go with the flow and make your call accordingly. Bringing in the Obstagoon, getting to the Cross Chop. My opponent catches it on a Pidgeot, that motherfucker. Getting to a Night Slash, hoping for the boost every time I throw this thing, but I don't get it. The counters are doing neutral damage, so I'm thinking I could probably farm down, but I decide to throw anyway. You never know with these Pidgeots, man. You got to be so careful. Vigoroth's coming back in, and he's able to farm me down. Bringing in the Pidgeot, almost getting to a move, but my opponent decides to throw, and that is absolutely perfect. He's up shields, but he locks himself into a swap with Unova Stunfisk up against my Swampert, and I am over farming my fucking ass off, getting to the back-to-back plus some. My opponent getting to another Hydro Cannon or another Mud Bomb, and my health is super low, and I'm at the back-to-back Hydro Cannon. I'm hoping this is enough to take Stunfisk out, and it is, and the Vigoroth is left in the back, and I already have a Hydro Cannon stored, and that is a G fucking G. Alright, I'm making the veteran climb right now, ladies and gentlemen. I should be there later today, and if not, then mama raised the bitch, because what the fuck, man. I've been working my ass off, and I've been getting hard countered. Like, as soon as I start getting multiple wins, 4-1, 5-0, 4-1, 3-2, the game is just like, alright, that's it. They put up the wall of China, and I can't fucking get over that bitch. Getting to the Feather Dance, my opponent calling it every fucking time. and it's not enough to take out the Talonflame. Talonflame is surprisingly tanky, which is insane. My opponent bringing in a Steelix and then swaps into the Nidoqueen as I bring in the Obstagoon, and I'm gonna outpace. I'm getting the boost, tanking the Poison Fang, no problem, fine. Getting to another Night Slash up against my opponent. He's definitely gonna shield here, right? Yes, he does. Very smart, and he's able to Poison Jab me down. And I brought out the Pidgeot because I wanted him to get rid of his energy. And this is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. We're able to farm all the way down. All he has is this goddamn Steelix. I don't even have to shield the first Psychic Fangs. And I don't, like a fucking savage. Getting to the back-to-back Hydro Cannon. This will get the opponent's last shield. And this will take the opponent out. And that is a G fucking G. Let's go. This team is so good. Definitely recommend it, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. An amazing team. Pidgeot into Noctowl. Like I said, you're going to be seeing these Vigoroths and Noctowls in the lead almost every fucking time. And I've really considered using Miltank, but Vigoroth is just going to smash that thing to pieces and milk it for all it's got. You see what I did there, right? Feather Dance against the Noctowl, shielding the first move because the Sky Attacks are going to do way less damage. And so I'm just waiting. And my dogs are barking right now, so I apologize for that. Levi, calm down. Calm down, all right? It's just probably a package. Getting to the Hydro Cannon, taking out the GOAT. Zionic. I'm sorry, bud. Taking out the fucking GOAT. I don't know if you guys know who Zionic is, but that's his favorite Pokemon. He calls him the GOAT every time. And I'm letting my Swampert go right now. And my Obstagoon is coming in. I should be able to farm all the way down. Even take the Sky Attack, no problem. Able to farm down and come out of this bitch with a lot of energy. And my opponent has double flyer. Getting to the Night Slash. Shielding. And I'm going to get to the back-to-back Night Slash once again. My opponent Feather Dancing me like a fucking asshole. Getting to another Night Slash. Over farming by 1. My opponent uses his last shield. And it's a simultaneous KO. And my opponent quits, and that is a G fucking G. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.